hearts. Look at the heart.
Oh, happy Valentine's
Send
Day.
the love. Send the love. Yes. Ah, here goes with the chorus.
We all have to sing now.
Love is in
Ready?
the air.
Oh, there you go.
You're the singer, Vicky. You don't want to hear me sing.
All right.
Hmm.
As much as I'd love to continue listening to such a great song by John Paul Young, we're talking about all things love. We love giving away BTAF tokens and sharing the love. So there may be a contest or two in store for all of you as we progress through this Hodlnots Happy Hour Hangout session number 21? 2? I'm losing track here. But yeah, this background is beautiful. So many hearts. I'm trying to show a heart signal with my hands, but I can't. Anyway, so in this
I
today,
know our hands were sitting on them.
yeah, I know. I'm actually trying to reach my wine, but it's fine. I'll have some a little
Yeah.
later. So lots of hearts, lots of love, but we're going to share some love shortly. We've got a couple of the usual updates for all of you ladies and gents. We're going to be having a look at the 10 percentages shortly, not right this second. Some of the Bitcoin tough updates is some exciting things happening. You all should remember from the previous episode or two, we've spoken about the new app for bitcointough.com. And yeah, we've also been sharing lots of love with all of you in terms of the Hodl Fire. Maybe some of you guys have been jumping on that free trial, and also
Yeah.
it's been amazing. Been seeing people in the Hodlnots den on the large smashing some of these Hodl Fire trades. Great to see Bitcoin smashing 50K as well. So that's been good. How things on your side, Wendy?
Oh, they're fab. They're fab. The coins we're running today, we've got lots of coins, almost a full screen and 10% or above. Scalpers are loving it. We're feeling the love today.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I've got a question as well. Another question for you, Wendy, is has Marius, I don't know if you guys celebrate Valentine's Day, but have there been flowers, special dinner, maybe a glass of wine?
Yeah. We went out today and we had some special time together alone, and we have some plans coming up. Yeah, we normally don't go out on the day because everybody else in the world goes out on the day. So he does make sure that I'm taking care of it. I make sure he's taken care of, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that every day should kind of be Valentine's Day, but not in the way that you
Absolutely.
buy flowers every day and make cake, special dinners. But yeah, it's there is a lot of
Hmm.
love going around, and it's great to see so many of you as well on the call. All right, but I think Marcel, you can take over for now.
Yeah, thanks, John. Welcome, everyone. Did we end up figuring out what number cool this is, John? But in any case, welcome, everyone. Let me just quickly share my screen. Okay. So, what's been happening in the den over the last week? I did include some Hodl Fire trades this week because there was some great trades on the Hodl Fire. So you can see here was a 21% on Rune. And these are all on different time frames. It is slightly longer than the 1 minute, just so that you can see the potential of the Hodl Fire. Here's another one at the bottom here. It's a 38%, which is great. So 38, 10%, 21% on the Hodl Fire. Very well done to the members and member that had those profits or made those profits. Then on the scalping side, Kati did well last week. You'll see a number of members actually profited from Koti. Last week was a little bit slow, but we did have some coins that ran good enough. There was loads of smaller runs on some of the other coins, but like Wendy always said, there's always a coin running, and that's why we're in the den. That's what we try and find. Koti was found by someone, one of our members. I think it's actually that member took the 6.5%. It was notified in the den that Koti is running, and someone else actually grabbed 7.7 and another 4.6%, 4.16%. So again, power of the den, we have multiple eyes on the charts, and it's beneficial. Then let's have a look. Some MEXC runs. There was one 6% on Lens. I personally haven't traded that coin yet. But like we always say in the course, we don't marry a coin. We don't need to know if we're scalping. We don't need to know the fundamentals of the coin. We just literally buy it and sell it right away. Then OM, old favorite. Great profits from OM again last week. Honk, which is one of the MX ones. Nice big profit there as well. Then this one, JN. Here someone took 4 trades for 5%, and actually I'm not sure whether it was the same member or not, but another member took 22.34% on that coin. So some great profits while we were waiting for Bitcoin to get back up. And I think this is just another sign of why scalping is so great. It's fairly, I wouldn't say easy, but it's fairly doable to make great profits in any market. And that's it from the Den side.
That's fantastic. And yeah, we've seen, as mentioned, Bitcoin has broken 50,000, and we've seen a lot of the large caps moving. We've seen a few, as we were talking about members there, even scalping Coty, which is a great large cap coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, super to see that. And yeah, I mean, speaking about super, we've got a whole bunch of fresh new cubs as well in the den.
Woohoo.
Yeah, they've been scalping some great percentages in the last couple of years. Seen a couple of them and finding their feet, and there's some of them are looking at hodl fire trades. There is so much there for hodl fire, and it's been great to see. We did run a contest for almost a month when looking for used in the hodl fire trades, and to double that. And we have a winner. The winner has been notified, so congratulations on that for doubling up and getting your 30-day free access for the hodl fire indicator. Well done. Round of applause. Lovely. Awesome. Then, speaking of contests, thanks, Wendy. I see you're going to answer some questions on the hodl fire now. Actually, we can chat about the hodl fire briefly, because I do want to touch on here from Michelle, Vicky, Marcel, Wendy. What is it that you guys love about the Hodlnots community? So mull over that quickly. But speaking about contests, you guys all see this lovely background that Vicky has so lovingly put together? I hope you do, because what we'd like to know from all of you is, in this background, how many hearts can you all see in this background? All right, so what we want you all to do in real time is in the Q&A section down below in the Zoom right here, right now, we'd love to hear from all of you how many hearts. Okay, so that needs to be a number between 1 and 100. What we'd like to hear from all of you is how many hearts you see in this picture. All right, we'd like to hear from you. Drop your answer in there. You guys are gonna have to go a little higher than that. All right.
Yeah, a little higher.
You know,
the first number might be right, but we need a little bit.
but for now, we're gonna keep it like that, and we'll leave it for the next maybe half an hour, if that, maybe 20 minutes. I better get counting. There are hearts everywhere. All right, so yeah, drop it in the Q&A down below. If you change your answer, that's okay. Whatever your final answer is going to be in the next, let's make it 20 minutes from now. We're going to put your names on a wheel of names, and you can win a whole bunch of BTAP tokens just for counting a bunch of hearts. Oh, lovely. I see Marcel's studio sneak.
No. Oh, wait a minute. We got a problem. I got a beer. Who gave me a beer?
You wanted Marcel's beer from last week, so I gave it to you.
Right.
No, I'm stuck with it. I'm not stuck with it.
So I got a 2-week-old beer sitting in front of me with cookies. Okay, I get it. Ha, that was nice, Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and poor Marcel's stuck with, I don't know what that is, Marcel.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm off
trade
alcohol
you.
anyway.
So I see
I got a 2-week-old beer.
one person has got a potential.
Yeah.
Got it so far. So
One person has it so far. Oh, he has both answers actually. So there's actually 2 answers to this, because we had a bit of a discussion before the call, and
Hmm.
Some of them could be hearts, some might not be. So we are accepting two different answers, and one person has them both.
Hmm. You're gonna have to go a little higher, but yeah, let's see. Well, maybe a little bit more there. I'm not gonna mention names. But anyway, well, speaking of names, let's hear from Michelle. Hodlnots, you've been around for a while. What is it that you love this community?
Personally, I love the fact that everybody comes back and everybody shares when they see something and help each other profit. That is consistently for me what is amazing. And also the fact that, the trainers, you, John, Marcel, Wendy, Vicky, you can see the love and you can see the love from the members as well. And it's just so beautiful to be in an area where when you come into it, everybody's there and from all over the world, everybody is in one channel, helping each other make money and make a living. So that for me is very, very special. Having been part of the community since 2020, it's consistent. That's the consistent thing. It's just the help and the love that everybody shares.
Aw, well, that's such a lovely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Oh.
Much like Marcel's coffee / hot chocolate, but very true. I know a lot of us gonna echo those sentiments. But Wendy, let's hear from you. I mean, Hodlnots is your baby. You've been around. You've seen so many people. You've taken so many people through the course. What is it that you love about the Hodlnots community itself?
I just like that they keep coming back. People go through life, they come and go, but the community is always helpful. We've got some great coin finders in there in the den and in the lodge. They really do share life in there. And, we get to know them a little bit better. And, we've got lots of friends and we can think of them as family now, in Canada and all over the world, basically. We've got them in USA. We've got them in South Africa. We got lots of them in South Africa. We got some of them over here in Australia. We got them in New Zealand. We got them in England. We have them everywhere. I mean, I can't even name all the countries that we're in, but it's, we get the regulars that come around and they still share. I mean, they share huddle fire wins in the lodge. Fire wins are going like crazy now. So they're helping everybody find the right coins. So, and that's what the community is for. You find different people at different times scalp trading. A lot of people do live. Weekends are a little bit slow sometimes, but if the coins are popping, people are in there helping everybody find the right coins. And it really is like a community. So it's nice because sometimes they'll go and they'll come back and we'll see them years later. We've got a lot more coming back from 2021 now, 2022, revisiting and coming back to scalp trading now that the market is picking up. So we get to know these people personally, and so it's more like family. So yeah, just love them. Love them all.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the bunch of people here, the bunch of new names, it's great to see whether you are old returning Hodlnots or you're within Bitcoin Tough. It is one big, large family. Great to see. I see anonymous attendee. Yeah, having that number is a little high. We're not going to give away too much. Some people are very close, like 1 or 2 off. And Yaku, sorry, my beard and Marcel's beards inverted do not count as hearts, but thank you for that.
That's good.
I
I didn't think about that. That's funny.
Yeah, we'll try. Let's hear from Marcel, your loving sentiments around our community.
Thanks for leaving the Afrikaans guy to go last to come up with something new to say. No, I think it's just a like-minded community or like-minded individuals, like-minded personalities and people in the lodge and the den, which I like. And like I think Wendy touched on it, where we get to know people all over the world, some of which when I'm there, I'll probably try and look them up and go for a drink with them. It's really not like a normal superficial internet community. We are fairly close knit, and yeah, I think that's what I like, the fact that we're all in it for trading, but we can also celebrate life and stuff outside of life in the lodge.
Yeah, it was pretty epic meeting you end of last year when you came down to Cape Town, and I'm looking forward to, well, either traveling to Australia one day or having Vix and Wendy come and join us, and we can take them on a tour of South Africa and share some African love in the bush and lots of braais and wine.
That would be fun. That would be amazing.
Too much fun, I think, and there's great fishing here as well, Wendy.
Ooh, okay. You had me at fishing.
Yeah, it was funny enough because I was reading, there's a really great blog post that's up on Bitcoin TAF at the moment. I'm sure Mish will share it shortly. We're going to TikTok all the boxes. And I was having a little read on the interview there, and it was really interesting in terms of you speaking more about the Hodl fire. You were talking also, what you would need to know. But then if, what is it? If you could do anything else besides trade crypto, what would it be? And it kind of ties in there with Hodl fire fishing. I think that's a new thing.
Absolutely, it was. Mm-hmm.
Is that 1 minute? Is that 1 minute fishing, or is that kind of like
Hodl fishing? It's hodl fishing. It's like on the 1 minute. That's it. Yeah, catch them fast.
All right. Wendy, while we got you here, there are a couple of questions from members here. 2 questions on the Hodl fire. There are a couple others as well. Vix, you might want to jump in.
I'm happy to answer all of them.
Go for it.
I can handle it. Yeah, we like to be honest and open, and any customer or any member of our community who asks a question, we like to clarify it. So that's what we do. Okay, so the first 2 are based on the Hodl fire. So basically, we've had quite a few questions. So that's been presented on the same issue, that either the alerts are slower or the pivots are repainting late. So I want to go over that and explain that so that everybody knows. And I think I need to make another video. So I'm going to share my screen on this, and I'm going to explain it right here. So it hopefully will understand on the Hodl fire. Nothing is 100%. But this particular indicator on the Hodl fire really ranks one of the very top highest win rates on any indicator out there. But again, nothing is 100%. But what this does, this is a coin that ran today. So I went ahead and pulled this up on a short term, but we're going to go to the 1 hour. Okay. So basically I can explain this on the 1 hour. When you work the Hodl fire, this was yesterday, you got the bottom pivot in. You would have put the alert on for the buy tag. This is where we tell you to buy on the buy tag. This came in hours later. You can see, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours later, the buy tag came in. So you're buying on this coin. I'm going to stretch it up so you can see a little bit better. You buy it on this coin. Now, now you're in the coin. You buy the coin and you've set the alert. What we need you to do is set the alert for both the top pivot and the sell tag. And why this happens is sometimes when you're going up the run, and this one happened to run 98% in a matter of about 4 hours. You can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hours. But from the time you bought yesterday to the time that this cashed out is a period of time of hours, but it's the next day. But if you can make some of that, a pretty good portion of that, I think you'd be pretty happy on a 1 hour time frame from yesterday's buy-in. If you bought in at a, let's just say $1,000 trade, and let's just say you take the ruler from where you bought, and let's just say you even got part of the coin. I mean, you're rocking at a really, really nice percentage gain. But here's where the problem comes in, is sometimes the top pivot, you can see this long wick. The price of this on this hour went all the way up this high to this high right here. And however, there was some sell off and it retraced. And then it went into the next hour candle. And you can see here, it stopped right here. And they were picking up some coding and indicators that all of a sudden it notified a sell tag. Let's just say this top pivot was not here. You didn't get the top pivot, but you got the sell tag on this next candle, or it might have been 2 candles later that you got the sell tag in. what happens is when the coding, which I can't give away the intellectual property of this, but how I have this coded is when all of the conditions are met, it will post a top pivot as this is the last previous high. Now, if the sell tag comes in and the pivot has not been painted yet, let's just say maybe the sell tag was on this candle. What happens is it's indicating that you are definitely going down. You need to sell, get out of the coin, and take your profit. However, it will go back to the last previous high and say this was the top high. So it has to paint the pivot here instead of where the sell tag is, because if it paints the pivot here, this is the past previous high. So it will go back to the last high and paint that pivot there as it's coming down. So realistically, pivot to pivot is 98%. So this is why we say don't work pivot to pivot, because the likelihood of you getting on this wick and selling at the ideal time is a little bit off. Okay. So, but the majority of every single trade is you should get a good percentage on this. And like I said, even if you sold it this right here, you got 72% profit in a day. So just know that this is why we put the sell tag on with the top pivot, and why it can repaint. One person said it was not, they were on 15-minute, and let's just say it repainted, several candles back. So let's just say this was not here and that was not here, and you got the sell tag here. It's going to paint the pivot back here at that top high. So you're going to end up getting it an hour or so later. You won't get the alert till it actually paints. So I hope that makes the sense on that. Everybody should. If you have any questions, I do need to probably clarify that, why the alert for the pivot may come in later, but this is why you always want to put the alert for the sell tag in, because when the sell tag hits, you should definitely have profit, and then decide, with the extra training that you get on indicators, if you're a trader, you will make better decisions and you will probably capture more profit. However, the Hodl Fire was designed for people who have limited trading skills and limited time to trade. So hopefully that settles those two questions. Okay, so let's move on. There's one more question here. Does the Hodl Fire leverage not have signals on Telegram? Yes, they do. They matter of fact, they were just upgraded. The Hodl Fire leverage has signals on Mexi and Bybit, and it's on the leverage coin. So if you don't have the Telegram bot, please put in a support ticket, and the team can make sure that you know how to get on the bot signals if you haven't gotten them. But yes, it definitely has one, and those bot signals are running all the time. So yeah, good.
All right.
And I think that's all the questions.
Yeah, those are the Hodl Fire questions, Carlos. Michelle, I'm sure you've had a look at that last question. Just have a look into that if you don't mind for us. Thanks.
Yes, I have been in touch with Carlos.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you. Love it. You're on the ball there. And again, ladies and gents, if you have any questions, our team of Love Elves we're always working fiercely on the support tickets, 14,000 and counting. Do check that link below just to be able to, if you have any questions and queries. Thanks, Michelle. Cool. Yeah, we're just looking at, we've got 1 more minute, ladies and gents. I've seen some of you are still a little short. A couple of people on the money. Who are on the number. So we're going to be calling, or at least pulling a name shortly. But one last spot a little contest, and it's worth quite a few BTAF tokens as well. Did you guys all see the post about today's recording, or at least today's Hodlnots Happy Hour Hangout session? Did you see that copy? Did you see it started off with that Elvis Presley song? And in that copy that announced today's 4H session, there were a couple of song lyrics, and these are fairly well-known, quite famous song titles. All right, so for all of you not sure, go and have a look quickly. It'll be in the bitcointough.com main channel. It'll be in the Hodlnots public channel, it'll be in the lodge. And there are a couple of love song titles in that copy. And the first person to correctly guess that answer is going to win some BTAF tokens. So in that copy, we want to see again, ladies and gents, if you can find all those love song titles. And what I can quickly do for all of you as well is we can have a quick look at that copy. I might even just read it for all of you because it is, yeah, I spent a bit of time looking at it. So, here it is. All right, it says, wise men say only fools rush in. Oh, but I can't help falling in love with you. And if you read the rest of the lyrics,
I think you should sing all the songs, John, not just say them.
well,
I agree. I agree with Vicky there. It will help a lot.
And people's ears might bleed, but a hard lot, come away with us just the way you are this Wednesday, February 14th, on our Hodlnots Happy Hour session. As somebody like you could well learn something new or just have the time of my life. You definitely don't want to miss a thing on this call, as we'll be touching on some of the coins we love, as well as the things that Hodlnots offers cheek to cheek to each and every one of you, including my best friend, the Hodl Fire Indicator. And to save the best for last, we'll be having a fun interactive contest, which is this one right now, where you can win some BTAF tokens if you're lucky. Perfect. All I ask of you is to register on that link below. It's going to be just unforgettable. We also spoke of that contest and news resolutions, etc., and set your alerts for this session. Blah, blah, blah. So there are a couple of song titles in there. Let's see if anybody can guess. If you read that copy, this is just for one lucky person to get it. And for the rest of you who've been counting hearts, we're going to be doing that spinning of the wheel of names shortly. But for now, Michelle, back to the studio. Tell us some of the forecasts on the bitcointaf.com side.
Thank you, John. On the bitcointaf.com side, we have been very happy with the app that we launched recently. It looks like we have over 200 members that have downloaded and are using it. We have had amazing feedback. So if you haven't downloaded the BitcoinTaf app yet, you can do so by going to the iOS store, the App Store, or the Google Play Store and searching for BitcoinTaf and downloading the app. So if you have your active product, as you know, you can view your reports, your videos, you can purchase products. There's a lot you can do on the app. So we're very, very excited about that.
Yeah, thank you.
That is cool, Michelle.
Yeah, the team was working super hard there in the background to answer, well, to at least develop things and always evolve, as well as, sorry, I was just seeing some great answers and they're in the section. Thank you, team, for behind the scenes. Finally getting back to trading and was wondering what the difference is between the Hodl Native versus the Hodl Fire. Do I need to retake the course? Well, if you're coming back, well done. That's amazing. If you're joining the lodge and then again, just use the hashtag I'm back or IMBACK, and you'll be able to do a refresher call, catch-up call with Wendy. But yeah, if you've been following along for a while, the Hodlnator is this incredible 15-in-1 indicator that you all get when you do the Hodlnots scalping course, next one coming up in March. And the Hodl Fire is a separate, standalone indicator that Wendy has been showing. We've been talking about it for months now. It uses a whole bunch of different coding. It is one very powerful indicator that, like Wendy, you were showing us in terms of those pivot bottoms and those pivot tops, where people can then follow them on the 15-minute, 1 hour, the 4 hour. So quite different.
Absolutely, they're both different. So the Hodl Fire is intended to pay out every day, every other day, or once a week, depending on the time frame. It's longer, and it's using alerts that are built into the indicator at a high win rate. So it works really well on coins that run on from pivot to pivot over 10%. And it is all that you need to trade with and make money. It's why we call it our income indicator. The course will teach you all of the indicators with the Hodlnator, and you need it for faster scalp trading. That's the difference. Is you take Hodlnots to learn how to trade different time frames, teach you the charting. It will also, the Hodlnator can work on any time frame, so it too can help you with your long-term trades. But we specialize and teach minute scalping with Hodlnots. The Hodl Fire is designed for people who work all day, who don't want to sit on the screens, and they still want to make money in crypto by just using 1 or 2 alerts.
Absolutely. All right. So there's room and space for both. One is you're going to be using for scalping, and the others you're going to be using for a little bit of a longer, almost like a snuggle, but it's a snuggle on fire. And it's something where, we always try very, very hard not to get invested in coins at all when we're scalping. It's very different to hodling. and whether it be long term or whether it be using the hodl fire. But there are some coins as well that, look at Prom today. Prom was looking to go out on a date.
That was good.
Prom was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it would work beautifully on maybe even a 1 hour, 4 hour. I had a look at it a little earlier. I had a great 1 minute, at least 1 minute time frame run. It did up to 88% at one point. And that's great, but we don't fall in love with coins. And this is interesting because I remember when doing the course way back when, is that someone had a cash cow list, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I'm gonna always and only follow these coins, and in a way get married to them. And like, I'm very much the monogamous type, and I believe in marriage and long-term commitment, but not when it comes to coins. Like, I don't know about you, Marcel, but do you really care about the projects behind these coins and who did what and whatever else, or not really?
Like I actually briefly mentioned, well, not on purpose, briefly mentioned it on the weekly update. No, definitely not. When I'm scalping, I tend to not worry about the fundamentals and what the project stands for. I'll scalp meme coins, I'll scalp coins with great projects, I'll scalp new coins that just launched, just using my Hodlnoter. And so I don't need to go into all the details of the coins. I literally scalp them, I buy them, and I sell them almost straight away.
I mean, it's rich. I mean, there are a couple of coins. It was Love. Love was running the other day, and we've had some other, relationship.
Mexi.
Hey, which one?
That would have been on Mexi, right?
Well, yeah, Live also ran on KuCoin at one point. Love
And KuCoin, okay.
Love tends to get around. Vix, have you seen any other love-themed coins or relationship-orientated coins?
The two of them that come to mind, Wendy loves one of them, which is Smooth Love Potion. And yeah, because that's a bigger liquidity coin, so we can put a bit more on that one than normal, even when we're scalping. And it hasn't been around for a while, but when we did probably number 2 or 3 of this, we talked about meme coins. And one of the meme coins that I still kind of follow, because I did buy in the pre-sale of that, was that Love Hate Inu.
Yes.
And it's a bit of fun. So it started out being kind of hilarious, actually, where you voted for Trump against Biden or Musk against, someone else. And so it was a little bit of fun, but they have pivoted to a more serious kind of voting thing at the moment. Again, though, I bought in pre-sale, so this is not scalping, but I sold on launch and I did not hold because, especially meme coins, I don't hold on to them because you never know what's going to happen with them. But yeah, that's another one that I thought was a bit of fun, and it's still going, so you can actually still look at those they're polls basically that you put in, this or that, love, hate. So it's actually quite fun.
Yeah, it's still on OKX. I was just having a look at it. Love is also the coin token is on HTX, but then besides Smooth Love Potion, you got Love Snoopy or I Love Snoopy. That's on Polynix. You've got Of Course I Still Love You, also on the same exchange. You've got another one on HTX called Lovely. There are a whole bunch of them, but again, I mean, well, I don't know if these are all born of this week, this month, and this whole narrative of love. But the whole purpose of scalping is not to get married into a coin, because it can end up in a nasty divorce and the coin can take everything from you. It's not really ideal. We don't get married to these coins for very long. We do have our favorites, some of the ones that we hate to love, like Raven, perhaps, or Shill. Hey, Wendy. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all learning curves. Speaking of learning curves, we've got a couple of you who are 1 or 2 short on the number of song titles. And again, we're just looking for those song titles. But Vix, can we spin that wheel of names? I think we had a really great number of entrants for the people trying to count the number of hearts. And there was, I see again, some contest or some discussion around medals and the roses and a couple of things. But yeah, over to you, Vex.
Yeah, so actually we only had 4 people that guessed it correctly. So I
Mm.
think, I know, a lot of people, we had a lot of guesses, a lot of guesses. But if you want to go around, John, and tell everyone where they are, I think what we might do is give those 4 people just 25 BTAP each instead of spinning the wheel.
Okay,
There
fair
you
enough.
go.
Congrats to the 4 that was spot on. They were pretty much all of you participated. You did
Yeah.
raise some of your numbers and stuff. So starting up in top left, we've got the lovely Vicky. Doesn't count as a heart, but so just to the right of her, where the rest of my Pinot Noir is hiding, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hearts in that label of the bottle of wine. Old Barney has got 2 hearts in the ear. Then as we move across right, still kind of laterally there, we've got these roses. These are these contentious roses. And some people are like, oh, but there's 6 roses in the top of those, sorry, 6 hearts in the tops of those roses. So we did have 2 answers because I didn't initially think they were, but we'll give it to you for those of you who guessed that right. In the chart, we've got the 1, 2, 3 hearts here with the buy, sell, and the buy tags. Moving across, we've got the light bulb. We've got the little heart in that light bulb of that blue lampshade. We've got the heart in the dartboard, smack bang in the middle. We've got the hearts on the February the 14th calendar, which is today. Then moving back across left, we've got those 6 hearts that are hanging or being pinned up there. Just over Marcel's right shoulder, the teddy bear, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hearts there, what we can see. Including the one with the Hodlnots. We've got the Hodlnot pendant hanging just below Vix. And then below, just in front of Marcel, in his cup of coffee, hot chocolate, whatever it might be, the top, the lid at least of that chocolate box is a heart. We're not too sure whether underneath is actually a heart. You would think it is, so we didn't count it. And then in front of Wendy, we have 4 cookies with hearts as well. So it was either 31 or 37, depending whether we counted those hearts or not. So yeah, those 4 winners. Vix, are we going to announce them?
Yeah, sure. It's actually one person got 2 right. So one person gets 50, and that was Carlos. So Carlos guessed both answers correctly. He guessed the 31, and he guessed the 37.
Smart thinking.
Exactly. And we have Victor who guessed it correctly, and Donician that guessed it correctly as well. So if you can send us your BTAF, Binance Smart Chain wallet that can accept BTAF tokens, we will get those out to you. Just create a support ticket for that.
Yeah, lovely. Thanks, Vic.
Wow.
I think in the future it's going to be a BTAF wallet where you can actually deposit your
Yeah.
BTAF directly. Yeah.
I'm speaking it out. We're going to have our own BTAF wallet.
There we go.
Watch
There
this
you go.
space.
Speak it out.
All right. There are a couple of winner chicken dinner. Yes, indeed, Carlos. Well done, Victor and Dancian as well. I see. Oh, there's some contention. Someone saying that there was 10 song titles. Some people saying there's don't know where the extra ones came from. 9, 2, no, not enough.
You lose me. Okay.
No one's got it. Well, people are very close. I'll leave it a minute or so if anybody wants to quickly pop in, see if they can get it in there. All right. And great. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for dropping all of that information in the chats down below. Marcel, he loves Badger. We love you too, Marcel. You gotta love yourself.
Thank you.
Badger run in a while. Oh, very close, Donician. Oh, someone gonna get it. We've got one on the money. Well done. Yeah, I almost want to make Carlos name all of the song titles. But
No,
yes,
sing them. He has to sing them now to get
he's
his
gonna sing
prize.
tokens. Like that. Just as a reminder for everyone, go and have a look. This was indeed 12 song titles. So Carlos, you win another bunch of tokens as well. We're gonna add that.
Oh, Carlos, well done.
Oh, Carlos is on fire. His heart's on fire, like Bonfire Heart by James Blunt. If you're into that kind of thing, beautiful stuff. Lovely. Everybody. That was awesome. So again, ladies and gents, if you have questions around the Hodl Fire, if you haven't yet trialed it, Michelle, there is an opportunity to head on over to the store in your back office, bitcointaf.com, and have a look for the Hodl Fire indicator. There is an option to try it for 7 days free. and lots of comprehensive videos on that Wendy has spent a long time preparing and going over. And we do know that a lot of people are actually interested. We're doing some training for those who are wanting to get into the Hodl Fire and really utilize it. I'm having a look at coins running at the moment that are both from a scalping perspective, but also that are running really nicely on the Hodl Fire. I've been looking at Key all day. Prom has been good. There are a whole bunch of others as well. Even SEI is making a comeback. Ooh, look at that go. All right. Oh, that's a beautiful, oh man. If you were in SEI, that's not bad. It's a 19% since the pivot bottom on the 1 hour, and that's still going. Oh, lovely stuff. Any last comments, my friends?
I do. I have some. I always have some.
Go.
I want to tell everybody that on the next Hodlnot happy hour, I'm going to give a demonstration, and I think that everybody needs to understand why we scalp trade and why scalp trading is so profitable. And I want to go over the cycle of coins. I think that that's a very good topic, that people need to know why we don't hodl coins. And the difference between, like you said earlier today, what Marius and the long-term traders do, it is important to know when you're long-term investing what goes on behind a coin, who the people are behind it, what the project is about. But in scalp trading, it's a totally different form of trading, and we don't care. We don't need to know. We're trying to make money on coins running every day, but I want to go over the cycle of coins. I think would be beneficial for everybody to understand a little bit more about that, and it might tweak your interest into scalping with us more. What do you think? Good idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it. Love
Let's do that. Let's do it.
Awesome. But yeah, thanks, Marcel. Hopefully you got some lovely plans for this evening a little later. A little bit of romance. We know there's enough romance in this.
Well, if lighting a fire and having a braai is romantic, then yes, I definitely have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And yeah, if you can't be with one you love, love yourself. And I love having a good fire. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not braaiing alone, John. I'm not braaiing alone.
Oh,
that's good.
Sweet. Well, ladies and gents, may you all have a lovely day further. Vix, thank you so much for the lovely background, all the effort behind the scenes. Michelle, thank you very much. Marcel and Wendy, ladies and gents, we will see you at the end of this month, almost the very last day of the month, back on the 28th. This being a leap year. Ooh, lots to leap in.
Nice.
Yeah, and for those of you who celebrate Chinese New Year a couple of days ago, happy Shinian Kuai Le.
Yeah.
If you do celebrate that Year of the Dragon, so may you all be prosperous and fortunate going forward. We might touch on a little bit of that later. And for those of you who are on BTAP token, there is a game running. I'm pretty sure that Yaku and Carlos are all over it, and amongst the regulars as well. All to do with love up in the air, and yeah, lots going on. So thanks everybody. So much to love about Hodlnots and our community and BitcoinTough.com. And until then, we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Thanks all.
Happy Valentine's.